using the Hinge dating app a lot this past year. After swiping over 1,000 profiles, matching with nearly 30, discussing with 10, to finally date physically only 2 of them, I'm still single. So yeah, I decided to stop with Hinge, and I came here to explain you why. So if you are in the same case of, if you wonder, should I continue to use Hinge? Should I even consider starting using that app? Well, this video is for you. My name is Koloina, and I am currently single, over 30, thriving, and I share precious lessons of my dating life. So subscribe to my channel to follow me along the journey. So let's go back to my relationship goals, because it all ties to it, like the success of your relationships in general, and so of your dating app experience as a consequence depends on your objectives. So for me, I like a life partnership. I seek long-term commitment. I clearly want to get married, okay? And for this matter, I dare to ask the serious questions right off the bat, because I want something serious, okay? Seriousness calls on seriousness. And I say this because I remember I had to say this to my last date. He was striving for a serious relationship, but I told him, dude, you want something serious, but at what point do you become serious? And so ask serious questions, because he was struggling with asking tough right questions right off the bat. But I really see this also like any project of life, right? Either you aim for a career change, or you want to live abroad, you want to build a billionaire business. Anything long-term requires sitting down and thinking a minimum. But for some reason, you can think, you can use your brain for your job, but you deprive your love life from that incredible source of blessing. And so which are the questions that I ask? They are 3. What do you think of marriage? What do you think of divorce? Do you plan to have kids one day? Simple. The fundamentals of a long-term relationship. Because you want a long-term relationship, you think long-term, right? But now, when I compare my dating aspirations with Hinge propositions, the profiles that pass under my eye, I see a gap. I note 3 things. Just like my last date, men struggle with seriousness, and generally, I see a lack of consistency, because they deeply want to be in a serious relationship, but they struggle being serious. Because 1, when we are on the first date, they are surprised by my questions. Like, it's too early to ask for that. But I'm like, well, it's never too early. Who wants to experience another breakup? Lose time, go from a relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship. Like, I've had my cup of tea of that, seriously, okay? And I also see that lack of seriousness from the profile, because I see similarities, like similar interests between all those men. They all seek a girl who is smiley, bubbly, who will laugh at their jokes, who has a great sense of humor, off-beat humor, please. Someone who they can enjoy the present moment with, which, don't get me wrong, it is important to be present. But again, if you want a long-term relationship, you not only need to be present, you also need to see long-term. The only thing that I see when I read those profiles is fun and present. I see incongruence, like you want long-term, but you are short-minded. And that's what I see, short-minded men. And so incompatibility between my relationship goals and Hinge. The second mistake that those men do on Hinge is that they are unclear about their relationship goals. Okay, like 99% of profiles are about, I want a long-term relationship open to short-term relationship open to long, like the majority of them. And then there are those who are figuring out their dating goals and who want monogamous mixed with non-monogamous, like the weird stuff, okay? You don't get it, but from a woman perspective and a high-value woman perspective, like it's too complicated. Like it's a mix and it's unclear. You send lack of clarity, but clarity is what gives confidence. And I think that we will all agree that the most attractive people are the most confident. And so when you say, I want a long-term relationship open to short, like you don't know what you want. You send lack of confidence. And I by far prefer a man who will state I want a short-term relationship, okay? Like, I want one night stand. I think it's way more attractive someone who has the balls of owning what he wants instead of I want to double, I want to go in there but not that much. Like, you get me. And the third main mistake that I note is there is zero messaging in their profile. The messaging, the personal branding is off. When I see your profile, I don't know who you are. And I'm going to give you a few examples, but I think that we would all benefit from marketing courses, because in the end, even if you don't own a business, you are selling yourself constantly. When you approach a girl in the street, you are selling yourself. When you show your profile on Hinge, you are selling yourself too, okay? So for example, selfie, Netflix, very original. Selfie, another selfie, and selfie. Like, what do you want me to do with that? Same for this one. Like, okay, at least there is a smile. Like, he seems to enjoy life truly. Like, that's very pleasing. Then it's drinking, another drinking. Oh, and goat cheese. Like, drinking, and goat cheese. Another one, selfie, chocolate. I love chocolate too. But selfie, it's all about me, myself, and I. You will understand why I am a bit fed up with Hinge, to be honest. So now, nevertheless, what am I going to do moving forward? The first thing that I could do is upgrade from Hinge, the free version, to Hinge X or Hinge Plus. But I won't do that, because if the free version is meant to give you the will to pay for more, I'm sorry, but the free version is a sample of low quality profiles for high value dating. So I will personally skip it. I don't want to invest money and time, more time in Hinge. I think that I will make a better use of my time by investing in other dating apps that are more aligned with my dating goals. And so I will introduce you to 5 other dating apps that I may use. Now, note that I have not tested none of them. I'm just exploring the idea. I recommend them based on what I've read on the internet, okay? So the first app, which is very broad, it's for people who simply want to get married, okay? Serious relationships up to marriage, which is a slight upgrade compared with Hinge, which is just for long-term and short-term relationships. So eHarmony is that app which is renowned worldwide for marriages. I think they have statistics about it, but they have a compatibility-based matching system. They are known for that, and for extensive personality tests. So its goal is really to connect people meaningfully for the purpose of marriage. And just the name eHarmony, it sounds like having that tranquil love life, like settling finally. So eHarmony is that first app that you could test. It's very broad, right? Wanting to settle. Now, if you want to be more specific, more niche, like for me, for example, I want a relationship that will protect and even enhance my ambitions. And so here are the 3 dating apps that I would test. The first one would be Bumble. Bumble is a mainstream app like Tinder and Hinge. It targets career-driven and educated people. And the app is pretty cool because it has 3 purposes. Like, you can find romantic relationships, friendships, and also business partnerships. I share that app here because I have heard testimonials of entrepreneurs who have found their soulmate there. So Bumble is that option. It is a female-centric app, which means the woman makes the first move. If you are at ease with that, cool. The second app is Match.com, which is for professionals between the age of 30 and 50. Same as eHarmony, it focuses on long-term relationships up to marriage, and it emphasizes on serious intentions. So it's like eHarmony, but with that career professional feel to it. And the third app of that selection is an elite app. It's The League. You see from the name, like it's for ambitious people who aspire to serious relationships within social elite circles. And last but not least, another niche to explore if you have religious values and so you want a faith-based relationship and marriage, Christian Mingle is the very last app. If you really want to respect your religious values and make sure that you are compatible at the spiritual level, I would give it a shot. Now to finish, and the very last alternative to using dating apps. If it's not Hinge, if it's not Match.com, Bumble, The League, whatever, and I think that it will be my preferred choice right now. It's to lean into attracting instead of chasing, because swiping on dating apps, like any time of the day, in the commute, during lunch, in bed before sleeping, it's chasing, right? And for a female, I would say like chasing is leaning into your masculine energy, and personally I don't need that now, but it's more that I want to focus on becoming the best version of myself that will attract the best relationship. Attracting is way more effortless and efficient too, because it will not only serve your love life, but all aspects of your life will be positively impacted by the better version that you have become. Your finances, your business, your relationships, your family, all will benefit from a better you. And so I will stop using dating apps for now. Like, I really want to focus on becoming a better me, and I have a lot of work. And also, from personal experience, I have seen that you don't necessarily need to be on dating apps to find love. Like, yes, I have met more men using dating apps, undoubtedly, okay? It's made for it. And they were interesting men, you know, just that the values, like the core values, they were not there. But I have also, like, even when I didn't use dating apps, I still met men in real life, even recently. But the men that I find in real life, even if it's fewer men, it's like quality over quantity, right? They are better. I have been more satisfied with my meetings in real life than on dating apps. I want to put it like this: I want to trust the process of evolving, growing, improving. Now, I do not exclude that I could go back to dating apps at one point, and nothing prevents you from doing the two. You can improve yourself while dating on apps, truly, but it's just a matter of priority for me, and you know the power of singular focus. So I just want to focus on becoming a better me, and then we'll see. I want to announce, if you think like me that becoming the best version of yourself matters more than being on dating apps, know that I organize a relationship that lasts workshop on the 30th of March, where you will test a proven strategy by an international renowned coach, Tony Robbins, to attract the relationship of your dreams. And so I would be very glad to welcome you there. If you are interested in that and in joining a community of other high-value singles, go in the description box below and sign up for the event. I see you there. Bye.